shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
So now, tell these to the children of Israel that what? If you indeed uphold my covenant, that I'll make you a peculiar treasure, you shall be a kingdom of priests, right? It says, and you'll be an holy nation, or a sanctified nation, right? So remember, that's what's the opposite of being sanctified? Being profane, right? So we're supposed to be sanctified. But now we profane ourselves when we follow the ways of the heathen. But now we come back to God's holy law, we then become sanctified once again to uphold this covenant or this contract that we're under with the Heavenly Father. Read on.
These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which Yahweh commanded him.
So now he's going before the elders and before the people to let them know what? Here's the agreement. Here's what the Most High wants to set up with us, right? Just like you go into business, right, with somebody, or you have a client and whatnot, and then you go to work for a certain organization or a company. You talk it out with management. They give you an application to fill out. They have a certain contract, that you agree to uphold while working for them or while renting this place or whatever it is. Everything, even in the world, is governed by what? Contracts or agreements, right? And if you uphold the agreement, okay, you can partake in these particular benefits. If you break this or breach this contract or agreement, you then are liable, right, to receive certain penalties based on the contract, right? Just like those credit card agreements, right? The small print, real tiny. When you read it closely, you'll see all the stuff that they do. They explain it in there, but most folks don't take the time to read it, or they try to read it but don't really understand it. And then when they get, their back against the wall and they violate the contract, then you see them, hiking up the interest rates. They say, oh, we said in the contract that, we would do that, Or sometimes in the contract they'll say, yes, this contract is subject to change, and you must agree to the changes made in the contract whenever we see fit. Otherwise, you can't use this software or partake in this or whatever. And it's like, dang, I can't use it until I agree to, until I agree with it, So we see contracts, can be used for wrong, right? When they're deceptive or unrighteous decrees are made through contracts. But it is a holy contract. But just so folks understand, where we're at as a nation and the situation that we're in, where it comes from, it all goes back to what we're reading right here. We're under agreement, we're under contract, whether we like it or not. So it says that he called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all these words which Yahweh commanded him. Check out the next verse.
And all the people answered together and said, all that Yahweh hath spoken, we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto Yahweh.
So
the water for them agreeing. Straight up.
So verse 8, there it is.
Yeah.
So just like Yahweh said in the New Testament, John chapter 10, he said the scriptures can't be broken. So here it is. You want to say, oh, me as an individual, I want out, because remember, we are our forefathers. We are the successors of our ancestors, right? You read the scriptures, our spirits come back within our family lines. So we were here before. Our families back then, we made that agreement with the Most High. Doesn't matter that it's years and years ago and that it's years and years later now. We're bound to this, right? And it's a blessing because every other heathen nation is dying to have this blessing upon them. They'll even lie to make it seem like, the agreement was made with them when it really wasn't, right? But it was made with us. But now we want to be like, I don't, I want to play around here, deal with this guy, deal with this ideology, deal with this falsehood, deal with this profanity, instead of dealing with the sanctified, holy covenant of God that He made with our people specifically. But once again, as you read on other places, we read about what happens if we break this contract. So this right here, like I said, this is a key verse you want to know and be able to show others when going into the importance of nationality and showing who we are. Because this will make Deuteronomy 28 make all the more sense. And how we're not able to escape it as a people. Read on.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever.
You see that? So now he's going to come in a thick cloud, and he's going to speak to Moses, so the people may believe in my power and who I am, right? That I am the Lord, and that what? I'm dealing with you, the mediator for the people, this time Moses, the leader who I've appointed over the people. Read on.
And Moses told the words of the people unto Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, go unto the people and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes.
Right, just going into them being clean during these days. If they don't come to their wives and things like that, as you read on, that they were clean when they came before the Most High. Read on.
And be ready against the third day. For the third day, Yahweh will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai.
So make sure you're prepared and that you're cleansed, that your bodies and minds are right before you come before me on this third day. You're going to come up on the mount, but the rest of the folks, as you read on, they're not going to come up. Read.
And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, take heed to yourselves, that ye go not up into the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mount shall be surely put to death.
You see that? So don't come near the mount, otherwise you'll die. So stay back. Test me, please. Read on.
Test me, please. Okay. There shall not in hand touch it, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through. Dang. What?
I know.
Wow.
I know, right? Most side's not playing, right? Keep going.
Yahweh's a gangster. I love him.
Whoa. Easy.
Or shot through, whether it be beast or man. Gangster on the right side, slot. It shall not live. When the trumpet sounded long, they shall come up to the mount.
Right? So now he's going to use the trumpet here, but now coming from the heavenly realm to be a signal. That's what we read before, how we use a signal on this level, right? But the Most High has trumpets in the heavens too, as far as the angels sound the trumpets. Just like you read in Revelations, right? So it says that they shall come up when they hear the sound of the trumpet. Read on.
And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, did you?
Keep going.
Oh, okay. And he said unto the people, be ready against the third day. Come not at your wives.
Right. So tell them, be clean. Don't lay down with your wife, because that will make you unclean. You have to wash yourself and be clean, and you will be clean until the even. So he says, come not at your wives, wash yourselves, be clean these 3 days before the Most High comes down to visit us. Read on.
And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled.
Right. So now this is only something I could try to picture in my mind's eye, but just the sound of that, as far as the thundering, the lightning, the sounds of the trumpet. You know, I mean, we already know when a trumpet is loud enough when you blow it. Even in a band, you always hear the brass section above all the other sections, right? Only section that can really compete with the brass is the drums, but really the brass is like the strongest, loudest section. So imagine the horns of the angels playing in the heavens, along with the thunders and lightning. Just imagine what kind of sight that was to behold and to hear. You know?
The angels, the Alahayans were playing trumpets.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Definitely.
Cool.
It wasn't us. It was coming from above.
Cool. Read on.
Mm-hmm.
So that all the people that was in the camp trembled. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with power. And they stood at the nether part of the mount.
So they came before the mount, but remember they didn't come close enough because Most High said, don't touch it. Read on.
And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because Yahweh descended upon it in fire. and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly.
Right. So now the mountain is shaking. You get the cloud down there, the trumpets being sounded, the lightning, right? He's coming down. You see the fire going through this. It's just it's a miraculous thing to behold, right? Like I said, I can only imagine it, but more than likely we probably saw it if we were there, depending on who we may have been back then and whatnot. But we were there, either there or our people were there, our ancestors were there. Read on.
And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and God answered him by a voice. And Yahweh came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount. And Yahweh called Moses up to the top of the mount, and Moses went up.
Right, so this is a heavy situation right here. Because it's like, the Most High doesn't just come down into the earth like that, you know what I mean? There's got to be a real reason why he comes down. I mean, he set things in order. He's in his heavenly realm, but now he's manifesting himself in the earth, coming down on the mount, and then calling Moses to then come up into the mount. So, I mean, just this right here, I think is just really setting in stone in Israel's minds. Like, the Most High is really dealing with Moses. Like, for him only to be going up into the mount, from to talk to him and commune with him. You know what I mean? So it only makes sense that, even in the time of the New Testament, that people would be so hardcore, Moses, 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 as was Christ, because Christ dealt with Moses, right? Moses wrote of Christ, and that he would be the one to follow after him anyway, But yeah, this is a heavy thing right here, man. That he's calling him into the mount.
You know what, too? Moses wasn't prideful about that. He wasn't prideful at all. You get somebody who just have a dream from the Most High. Oh yeah, the Most High was dealing with me.
Right.
Let me tell you something. You ain't dealing with me. You ain't dealing with nobody else. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. Anybody real quick know the verse that tells you what the brother's going into as far as him not being proud? Anybody on the chat or the teleconference? Yeah, definitely. You gotta stay sharp. Who knows the verse we can go to show that Moses wasn't a proud man?
Moses, he was a so-called Haitian. Dang.
Homeless man of the earth.
So what's that verse? Anybody on the chat post it? Okay. Okay, so let's finish up Exodus 19. What I'll do is I'll give the answer to the first question I asked about touching the ark, and then I'll give the answer to this one too. No one's gotten it by then.
Oh, read on?
Yes, let's read on Exodus 19.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto Yahweh to gaze, and many of them perish. And let the priests also, which come near to Yahweh, sanctify themselves, lest Yahweh break forth upon them.
Right, so he's saying, I only want you, Moses, to see me. Don't let anything try to creep up on the side of the mountain and try to take a look and see, what's going on? I want to see him too. He said, no, this is only for you.
No groupies.
Read on.
And Moses said unto Yahweh, The people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for charges us, saying, set bounds about the mount,